On April 20th, Tuesday, we estimate around possibly between the afternoon and the nighttime of April 20th, somebody came on the server and completely destroyed the entire desert kingdom, leaving only the palace standing. Our stuff was taken, our slaves were freed, and it was terrible. We still feel the repercussions. So we believe that somebody in this courtroom today, or somebody else, random force, has came and destroyed the entire desert kingdom, possibly out of spite or hatred, and we'd like to get to the bottom of it.
Okay.
Is that the end of your remarks?
Yes, that is all I can come up with.
Would the defense like to present their case?
Thank you. Now, it is undeniable to say that someone has indeed attacked the Desert Kingdom and has indeed effectively leveled it to the ground with a force akin to several creepers. What is an issue, though, is the fact that there was no evidence gathering process after the fact, apart from some marginal and very superficial observations, and it is simply not enough to pin the blame on anyone, especially when no proper questioning has been done. We have not determined people's whereabouts at the time. We can't even assume that it was one of us because we don't even know if it was. It may have been, as the prosecution said, someone else, some other force. This entire trial is based on nothing but conjecture. It is based on hypotheticals that are likely just that, hypothetical.
I would like to call up Ghost Boy as my witness. What were you doing April 20th?
2 days ago?
Yes.
I was doing schoolwork, sleeping, and eating bagel bites, as one does. I was not on the server for at least a week, and I did not get on until around 9-ish p.m., I think, when you said it got griefed.
Okay. And what was your reaction when you saw it got griefed?
I was pissed.
Pissed? Alright. And what did you do afterwards? Did you, go to try and fix stuff up? Did you go and try to recuperate our losses? What did you do?
I started working on designs for the rebuild,
Okay.
and that's all, honestly.
Alright, so judging by the alibi and, the reaction and all that stuff, I can properly say that Ghost Boy appears to, in my eyes, be innocent on this.
Actually, that is not your decision.
Pietro may cross-examine him.
Thank you. So, you are a resident of the Sand Kingdom, correct?
Correct.
How long have you been in the Sand Kingdom? Have you been there since the founding, or did you join after the fact?
I joined the day of Walter inviting me. I do not know if he made it that day or previously.
All right. And what was your role within the Sand Kingdom?
Redstone.
So you were the effective architect behind the mob dropper.
No, the mob grinder you're talking about, the big one above ground, it was actually a design. The one in the sky, yes. It was actually a design that Walter found on YouTube.
Okay, so you were not involved in the construction.
I built the structure. I built the structure and the redstone. Some of the structure.
Okay, so you were aware of how the redstone timer functioned up on the mob grinder, correct?
Correct.
Actually, no. I have no more questions. The witness can stand.
Prosecution you may call your next witness.
I would actually like to call Pietro to the stand.
All right.
Where were you April 20th?
I was playing Terraria with Calvin primarily. We played for, I'd say, around 3 hours. I helped him build his house in the jungle. We fought a couple bosses later when Seth got on. However, due to a freeze of my game, the world ended up rolling backwards by 3 hours undoing our work. So I spent a large amount of time entering effectively creative mode in Terraria to try and rebuild Calvin's house. That took up most of my day.
May I ask when you joined the SMP?
I joined back around its founding. I don't know if it was the day of or the day after exactly, but I was here pretty early before we even had the first house is set up. Okay, it was day of. Thank you. And I immediately made some friendly agreements with Calvin, and then I took off on my own to go live in the wilderness.
May I ask what your current job title in this SMP is?
I go by a lot of job titles. Do you want what is given to me or what I prefer to call myself?
I would like to focus on the mercenary part.
Okay, so well, I'm called mercenary by some, but that's primarily because I do jobs, which include gathering resources and trading goods. I helped supply a large amount of the construction of the walls through cobblestone.
So why call yourself a mercenary instead of a laborer?
I feel like labor is a bit demeaning. Because I also do more than just labor. I could also go and grind mobs if they wanted to, get acquired loot and sell rare items. So a laborer is just not labor, I'd say.
So I have a question quickly. Can you confirm that you were aware of how the redstone timer allowed the mob grinder to function?
Yes, I was shown by you. However, I didn't really understand it because I didn't see the rest of the mechanism too much. I just saw repeaters going off.
And can you confirm that on Monday you were looking at the signatory books between the two kingdoms?
I looked at a singular book called My Repose, I believe it was spelled.
It may have been misspelled by accident and redesigned. However,
sorry,
yeah,
and then I put it back.
I would like to enter some evidence into.
You may.
Back at home, I haven't even touched the barrel. There is the same exact book that you saw in a barrel where the grief happened. That was not removed by nor I, Justin, or anybody in the kingdom, and you were the last one to touch it.
Actually, I would actually like to disagree. I actually jokingly gave the book to Justin, saying, "Here, Justin, have some light reading." And after that, I no longer knew about the book's whereabouts. I assumed it had been put back. You also have to keep in mind this book is out in public. Anyone could come and take it.
I can confirm that.
No. Justin cannot confirm. He has to be on the stand for that.
But when he's called at a stand, he can confirm that to you.
However, here's the thing that it's the kicker. So not many people, if somebody knew where to come onto the server, not many people know where my desert kingdom lies. However, right here is close to spawn. So if you're trying to make me believe that somebody would randomly come here to steal a book and then go and look hundreds of blocks away to go and find my desert kingdom, which is in one singular direction, they would go...
Objection, speculation. That's not what I said at all.
Objection sustained. This is speculation.
I at no point said that someone random joined. I merely said that the book was in public. Anyone here could have taken it. Anyone who knew of its existence could have taken it. Who also are not particularly stealthy about the existence of your kingdom. Literally calls itself the Kingdom of the North, so anyone traveling north could go there.
Well, it isn't necessarily north, but yeah.
It is northwest. It's you can't put the blame on the book solely on me. Because I didn't touch it. I gave it to Justin.
Sustained. Continue with your questioning. Prosecutor.
I would actually, I am done with the witness at this very moment.
You have said that you're a mercenary, correct?
That is the job that is the title people have given me.
Because you do different jobs for a different amount of cash for everybody, exactly.
I have done, for example, wood cutting for Walter. He has paid me in both diamonds and emeralds, so I will basically be paid in anything useful.
Right. So we know that you joined day of. I remember you joined day of, and we know that you've moved far away from the kingdom. Is that correct?
Yes, I've moved several thousand.
So, if we talk logistics, it would be almost impossible for you to blow up the Kingdom of Sand, right? It would take you thousands of blocks to move. And since mostly I'm not online at the same time as you, you could not be teleported to that place. Am I correct?
It's true. I've repeatedly made mention of how coming just to this kingdom alone takes almost a full hunger bar, as well as the fact that the Kingdom of Sand is even farther. So it is not very feasible for me to come over here, especially if I want to do something as stupid as blow up.
Now, you did give me the book, and I did put it in that barrel because I didn't think of bringing it back here, since we've already read the book. and I think that you want to confirm that you have given me the book after you've read it, right?
I can confirm I read the book, chocolate at title repose, and I then returned the book to you. Joking here, have some light reading.
Okay, I think that's all I have to ask.
All right, Counselor.
I
Would you like to cross that cross, Walter?
actually, I would like to request to call upon a new witness.
All right, you may.
Can I step down?
You may.
I'm the bear. I'm the whatever bailiff. So I yeah. Do you want to call on? Letty?
I would like to call upon Seth.
Seth, you may approach this man.
All right.
So Seth, where were you on April 20th? Between the afternoon and the evening.
April 20th. You're talking about afternoon. I can't not remember, but at that time, I do remember going out and getting materials for the Empire. I had gotten diamonds, netherite, and full netherite armor, as you can see right now. I also given Calvin full netherite as well, and I've given Canadian some netherite as well. I also went out and got some iron and coal, and then I gathered some carrots for a future trade with the Kingdom of Sand.
Was anybody online with you at the time?
No,
Do you recall if anybody logged on at all?
not until it was maybe like I had talked about getting full netherite, and I asked Canadian mapping Justin to go online so I could give him some of the netherite. And I had gone off for like 30 minutes, came back for doing what I needed to do, and they were online, so I gave Canadian his netherite, and that was that.
So you would say Canadian acquired funds from that, correct? Or
I gave him netherite, which technically, yeah, I did pay him, but that was out of my heart because I want to help the Empire expand.
and as a mercenary, Pietro does stuff for money, correct?
That is true.
Okay. So, do you think it is possible that Canadian maybe use these funds to offer Pietro a job?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We actually
maybe
got the
we should
shocking
cover-
revelation: money can be exchanged for goods and services.
Well, here's the thing though. Can you remember any exchange of any jobs between Canadian mapping and Pietro between in the past 2 days or so? Past 2 to
Yes.
3 days.
Yes,
You
I
can. May you
All
tell me?
right. Justin had called up Pietro because after someone had raided our base and taken some of our stuff, and he put the blame on you. He had called up Pietro, and he said he was going to pay Pietro Lytra, netherite, diamonds, and emeralds. I think that was the cost on his behalf to blow up your entire kingdom.
Can you confirm this?
Yes.
Walter, the hearsay means that the statement is like you can't like actually present it in court.
Well,
Do you have DMs that prove this? Do you have any calls, anything like that?
You literally told me.
It's hearsay. That's what hearsay means. Yes. When this is saying what was told by someone else, they don't actually know if it was true, just that they were told it.
Alright, now I have even more evidence against these two, but you have to ask me about it.
can you submit your evidence?
Alright. So Canadian, Calvin, Pietro had all planned to blow up your entire kingdom. At first it was blow up half of it with 30 TNT.
Oh.
Literally told
This
me.
is still
Literally told me.
Okay.
Objection,
Objection.
hearsay again. He's continuing to say.
Not only hearsay, but out of order. What is this? What?
Do you have any hard evidence though? Any screenshots?
I have DM.
You
It
can't
used to
find
be
the
right
DM
here. It
saying
seems like the person has either deleted it or I can't find it.
And
Do
with
you
no
have your-
evidence, I need to
Do you
strike
have your
it.
wait? No. Hold up. Do you have your side of the messages though? Not their side, just your side.
I remember we had gone in on a voice call maybe the day earlier, before the 21st. It was on the 20th. It was near in the afternoon, and we were talking about how I was against the plan. They were planning on blowing up the entire kingdom, and I said, no, we need to find out a solution to this. He could have been framed. There was no way this could have been him. But at the same time, after that, Canadian, Mr. Justin here, it told me it paid Pietro to do on his behalf. That's all I have. I rest my case.
Would you even like to cross, since he has been...
No, I just want to ask one question. Seth, is it true, yes or no, that on the 20th, you did join the Terraria server of Calvin and I, and we fought the two bosses, Cryogen and the Destroyer?
That is true. I can admit to that.
That is all I have.
Down, I will be taking a, let's do 20-minute recess.
Alright.
For the
So you wanna kill me?
defense, to consult.
Yeah, I can kill you real quick. Get ready to
I would
die.
like to request
Yeah,
that
additionally, I would like to remind everybody that perjury is punishable by expulsion from the kingdom.
Seth,
Excuse me?
take that in mind.
Yeah, just keep in mind.
I would actually like to request Seth and Ghost to join me in room 2.
You may consult. But yes, Seth,
Alright.
perjury, lying on the stand is punishable by banishment from the kingdom.
They are all 100%. They did it. They did it. Because they literally fucking told me. And I have pictures, screenshots, if you will, and I would like to forward them to you.
Go ahead. That you should have forwarded them earlier. Okay.
What do you think of this?
Yes. I think we have just won this fucking case, and I'm going to severely fucking I'm gonna have a fucking talk with these assholes.
Here,
All right, but you know, off the fucking court record, you guys are actually assholes.